odds in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Rebels will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
Yeah, and makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Makes the catch. It's Anthony. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Got his man on the right. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Now from inside the red zone. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on first down. To the air, it's Green. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They
picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
On the ground, it's Lacey. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll run play action. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Wants to go up top on first down. Got the quick pass. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Lets it go. Found the spot in the defense. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The give to the back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Using his feet. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. He wants it all. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. That's caught. It's Washington. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for a man. It's Green. Finds his man. It's Anthony. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Looking for room. It's Washington. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, that is one this QB is going to wish he had back. That receiver was so wide open. There was nobody even near him, and the quarterback somehow overthrew him.
Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job.
Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a...
Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Makes the grab on the big throw. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
Yeah, and now they got to put it together, right? And this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches, and so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And it's picked off for the third time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. 30. He's at the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Rebels.
And that's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on fourth down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, bat the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to pass. It's Green. The sweet feet buy a little time. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll knock him down.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Anthony. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off. Hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. He's open on the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. to throw. It's Green. That's caught. It's Green. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Stribling. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the 1st half. Before then, they can get another score. He works his way all the way down to the 3 and the on 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Let's go. Break. Double, double.
Looking to throw, it's Green. Starting to feel a little pressure. Stepping to the right. He throws back to the left side. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Takes it the other way. Hits him with a stiff arm. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
When you get interceptions as a safety, it's anticipation. You can see it. They see the route. They break on it. They go make big hits and big plays. This time, he gets the big INT.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Arkansas, 0.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Coming out with it, it's Wallace. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Running to Green. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Hines is tight end. At the 35, he's open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television, and so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And everything is going right. I mean, off a deflection, you've already scored a bunch of points, you got the lead. Palmer, everything that they've dialed up so far, it seems like it's working just fine.
And you just feel for the defense on that play, too, because obviously they've been making mistakes, and they've given up a lot of big plays, and we've seen missed tackles. Finally, an opportunity maybe to get an interception, just some ray of hope or something to look back on positively in this game. And again, like you said, David, it just has not been their day today.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. San Diego State is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 18 over Air Force. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Make it happen. Right. Get set.
Looking downfield, it's Green. Get it out on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Looking to scramble. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Rebels are in the hurry up. Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Green. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Green. Right on the money. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Razorbacks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Yeah, and that's a timing route. You throw those out routes to your receivers, and he gets out his break, and he gets his head around. And ideally, you want him to get his head around right in time to catch that football. And you could just tell he didn't get comfortable, didn't get his hands around, his head around in the right time, and he just gets a drop.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. On 4th down, going to the air. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Brings up 3rd down. Let's go. Break. Double. Here we go.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play.
Blue 22.
From the gun, running back on the move. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Red 54, flex combo.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Wallace. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time. And
Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
To throw, it's Green. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far, and a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up, and another great job that time in coverage.
They send the tight end in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Fires downfield. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which color jerseys?
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Complete downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Looking to throw again. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
This time it's complete. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a man. It's Green. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Oh, they're after him. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6. The Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Offense breaks the huddle on third down.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working there.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. that will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They get to him as he throws. With the catch, it's Wallace. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. A strike downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start...